You know, we studied at the beginning of our 40 days of prayer what we commonly call the Lord's Prayer. It was in Matthew chapter 6, and we know that very well. That prayer is very familiar to us. But in all honesty, the model we have of the Lord's Prayer is found in John chapter 17. It's the prayer that the Lord actually prayed. We have a model for how we can pray, how he taught us to pray in Matthew 6. But today you're reading the prayer that Jesus prayed. In this prayer, he prays for God to be glorified. In this prayer, he prays for his disciples to be protected. And in this prayer, he prays for those in the future who would come to know him and experience the power and life change that only he can bring. I would encourage you that as you read through Jesus' prayer today, that you wouldn't just read it and gloss over it, but that you would read it and consider, how can you pray those same kinds of prayers? How can you pray for Jesus to be glorified? What kind of protection do you need from him? How are you praying for others? And I would ask right now, especially for Calvary Church, that as we look to the future and God wants to reach more people, that he would guide us in that and help us to see his plan and confirm it with his direction, with his blessing, even with signs and wonders along the way. Thanks for praying today that God will use his church and us, his people, to accomplish his purposes so that he will be glorified.